Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. So in this card review, we're going to take a look at Yusuke, the 1% jackpot card of this collaboration Yu Yu Hakusho. Right, so is this card gonna be rivaling Gon, right, from the Hunter x Hunter, right? So let's take a look here. So Yusuke, first we're going to take a look at his switching skill, as you can see right here on the screen here. So Yusuke's switching skill is at CD6, so this makes it the fastest, right? For now, right? he's gonna be the fastest switching character. So compared to Revolutionary Hero as well as Hunter x Hunter, right, which is at CD8. So at CD6, you can actually switch him into his transformation form already, right? So number one effect, of course, is going to switch into his transform version, right? We're going to talk about that later, right? So effect number two, turn runestones as many as the accumulated rounds plus 6 into enchanted runestones to the max times 30. Dissolving runestones is necessary. So what does this mean? Right, so basically, the longer you delay your transformation, the more runestones is gonna convert into enchanted runestones upon transformation. Right, so let's take it at CD6. Once you hit CD6 and you decide to transform him, right, so there's gonna be 6 turns and then plus accumulated rounds plus 6. Right, there's gonna be 12 enchanted runestones. Right, that's the minimum amount of enchanted runestones you're gonna get once you transform him immediately. Right, so of course you can drag out the transformation and then it converts the entire board into enchanted runestones. So in my opinion, I don't think that's very worth it, right? So once he's available to transform him immediately, because he gets a better leader skill upon transformation, right? So let's take a look at his leader skill. Alright, so upon transformation, this is one of the very unique features that is only applies to Yusuke at this point of time, which is race switching. Right, so notice before the pre-transformation version, Yusuke is actually water human, right? So upon transformation, he converts himself into a water demon, right? So we'll be able to see some sort of stats change, right? Especially in the attack category, right? So attack stats is going to be massively increased, right? Because of human have lesser attack stats usually compared to demons. Right, so let's take a look at the leader skill. So when team consists of only human, elf and demon, team attack times 5, HP and recovery times 1.5, extend runestone movement time by 1 second, water runestones possess 50% of light, and then light possess 50% of water. Effects can be superimposed, team attack times 1.5 additionally when 4 more combos are made. Right, so looking at this leader skill, right, basically it is very easy to achieve max multiplier, right? So before I start explaining this leader skill right here, right, so the pre-transform version of Yusuke actually have a team attack of 4.5, right? So upon transformation, you get a team attack times 5, which is 0.5 times more multiplier, right? So that actually affects the damage pretty hard, pretty much a lot. Right, so which is why I highly encourage you guys to swap or switch as long as once the active skill is ready. Right, so once again, Madhead is trying to bring back the water and light kind of playstyle. Right, so effects can be superimposed. So by playing dual Yusuke, right, leader ally, basically water equals to light and light equals to water at 100% effect. Right, so anyways, you can see that we do have an increase in HP as well as recovery, so that's gonna aid human, elf and demon, right? Because these 3 races here pretty much have very little HP, right? So recovery wise can be increased by the elf race, and then as you guys know, demon don't really have much HP, right? So a 1.5 times HP boost would be pretty good for this entire setup, right? So on top with this, let's move on to Yusuke's active skill. Alright, so transformation card, as you guys all know, right, always have 2 active skill, or EP, right? So EP 6, we're going to talk about this, the lower EP one first. So Spirit Gun, EP 6, turn 9 random runestones into 3. So basically it's a 3-3-3 convert, right? So 3 enchant water, 3 enchant light, 3 enchant heart. So for 1 round, the more water, light and heart runes dissolve, the higher the monster's attack to the max times 7 for 15 runestones dissolve. So in my opinion, I feel that this condition is pretty easy to hit, right? So 15 runestones basically is 5 combos of 3 sets of runestones, right? So it didn't specify that you need to dissolve 15 water, light and heart, right? So this condition is actually, or this criteria is actually pretty easy to hit. right? So of course this is going to be the small EP, right? So I think that this is gonna be seldom used, right? So I feel that the EP10 one has obviously a better burst, right, than this normal EP6 Spirit Gun, right? So let's take a look at EP10 Mega Spirit Gun, right, which takes up 10 EP, randomly turns all runestones into enchant water, enchant light, and enchant heart. Right, so you can see that this is very similar to Su Huan Zhen, right? So actually I feel that Su Huan Zhen is actually better in terms of this active skill, right? So let me explain. So basically it's the keyword is randomly turn all runestones, right? So this means that it's not going to convert a fixed amount of water, light, heart for you, right? So compared to Su Huan Zhen, it actually converts a fixed number of water, light, and heart, which means that you can actually do a full board dissolve, right? So in this case, there is a chance you might not do a full board dissolve because it randomly turns all runestones. So you might have like 1 or 2 runes left out, right? And you won't be able to do a full board dissolve. So for one round, the more water, light, and heart runes dissolve, the higher the monster attack to the max times 9, right? So it's better than the low EP one, which is at times 7, right? So times 2, a slightly better active skill, right? So to the max for 27 runestones dissolve, right? So note that 27 runestones is almost the entire board. So by randomly converting all runes, you might not hit 27 runestones. So this is going to be a very big downside for this EP10 Mega Spirit Gun, right? So on top of that, turn the runestones, turn columns of runestones below the below human, elf, and demon into enchanted runestones of the monster's attribute at the beginning of the next round, right? So basically this is like a double burst, right? So you can actually utilize this active skill for maybe a 2 HP bar boss, right? And then you can just basically do 2 big bursts with just 1 active skill right here, Mega Spirit Gun, right? So in my opinion, I feel that this card here, active skill wise, is not very powerful, right? So compared to Gone, which have a lot of utilization like bot clear, sniping active skill, ignore defense, and stuff like that. Yeah, so overall, I feel Yusuke is still a very strong card, but not as strong as Gone, right? So maybe that's gonna be a bit of a disappointment because this guy is the new 1% draw rate card. Right, so anyways, we do have more coming in for Yusuke, right? So let's take a look. Right, so what we have here is the combined skill of Yusuke and Toshin Raizen. Right, so basically these 2 cards works hand in hand and have a combined skill for you to use once these 2 cards reach level 50 and above. Right, so basically these 2, what the combined skill does is to turn columns of runestones below the monster who have activated this skill, right? Basically Yusuke and Raizen, right? So depends on where you slot Raizen, that's going to be a column of enchanted light runes, right? And on top of that, each of them launch an extra water attack and an extra light attack for 1 round. So in my opinion, this is going to be like one of the shittiest combined skill you can ever pair up with for a jackpot card, right? So what actually, you can actually find a better active skill for the price of 1, right, which is Sun Quan, right? So Sun Quan converts water and light column as well, maybe excluding the enchanted runestones, right, on below the leader and ally, right? And then after that, every single member launches, you know, every water member launch a light, and then every light launch a water, right? So basically every member launches an extra attack compared to this combined skill whereby only Yusuke and Raizen launches an extra attack, right? So in my opinion, I feel that Sun Quan is going to be a better substitute, right, instead of using this combined skill overall, right? And then this combined skill uses 2 active skills, right, Yusuke and Raizen, which is totally not worth it, right? So in my opinion, I don't think I'll actually use this combined skill, right? But nonetheless, it's still good to put Raizen in because of the next because of the passive. Right, so what passive or team skill, right? So what I mentioned about passive is basically the team skill of Yusuke and Raizen here. Right, so if you have Raizen inside of a Yusuke team, right, or basically you just have these 2 cards in a team, right? So the attack, HP and recovery of the first Ryzen and Yusuke will get a 1.5 time boost, right? So this is gonna massively increase the overall stats for these two cards, and then of course it will be beneficial to your entire team, right? So if you do have a spare slot, do consider Ryzen to slot in for this basically this setup, right? So nonetheless, as I mentioned, Sun Quan might be one of the more stable card in this team, right? So I might try out Sun Quan for this setup, right? So maybe you want to slot in 大乔, 小乔 for a rapid convert, right? Because the Qiao sisters are actually at CD3, right? Which is very fast charging, right? So the final slot, I'll probably have to do a bit of a brainstorm for now, right? So now I'm actually thinking of these cards from the back of my head. So if you guys do have any, do know of what members, right, or any ideas of what card to slot in a Yusuke team, right, do leave it down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys as well, right? So overall, I feel that Yusuke, right, definitely not as strong as Gon, but it's still a good card nonetheless, right? So overall, this is gonna be my card review for this this card here, Yusuke Urameshi, right? So if you guys like this video, do give it a like, and then as usual, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.